So I just thought that not all items being bought and sold in the market have to be identical, but this statement again is wrong. Same goes with monopolies are a form of equilibrium. This is 100% wrong. And that's the reason which of these items are correct. The answer is none. None of them are correct in here. Okay. So now let's move forward towards macroeconomics. Now, defining macroeconomics, we are going to talk about the aggregate demand for goods and services, national output or national products, supply of factors of production, and many more in an overview and aggregate manner. So let's just see factors. Total income earned by providers of factors of production. Remember this for your exam tomorrow. It's coming. Tomorrow, तो microeconomics है ना खाली. So we just completed that. Now we are starting second year. Huh? Macro second year में रहता. थोड़ा होगा शायद. Okay. So now factors of production, we can just see here. What do you get for labor? The income is wages. For land, the income is rent. Capital, a person who is investing money, his income would be interest. And entrepreneur or a person who is running a business, his income will be profit. Okay. Money spent in purchasing national product is national expenditure. Now, what is the national expenditure? Getting arms, ammunition for the army of the country. What expenditure it is? National expenditure. And then we have government policy. Let's just see what government policy is. Given that resources are limited, scarce, it is not possible to make everything everyone would want. Okay, basically because their wants always are unlimited. All societies are thus faced with a fundamental economic problem. What goods and services should be produced, in what quantities, who should make them, and who gets the output. In the market economy is one approach to dealing with this problem. In the market economy, interaction between supply and demand determines what is made, in what quantity, and who gets the output. So basically, it is dependent on what's happening in the market, what's demand in the market, what the consumers are wanting. Patterns of economic activity are determined by the decisions made by individual consumers and producers. In its purest form, this would imply no government intervention in the economy. In reality, most modern economies are a mix of free markets and the government intervention provide public services such as health and education is at the it's like on a mix like this going on. So the demand for products and services will be dependent on whom? The market only. The market in the sense, people who are demanding it. आपकी ज़रूरत है, that's your taste, that's your preference, and that's why that type of things will be made. So just look into social media or the movies which are made today. It is not based on the director or the producer is liking the story. The movie which is made today, they look into that. Will audience come to watch this? Okay, that's pure business. Will audience be entertained by watching this? If the answer is yes, then make that particular movie. Okay. If the audience is entertained, they like it, that's what they want. Through that, they will do cross-branding. So, whatever you're seeing today, it is driven by the demand and needs of people of today. Okay. Then it also says that the economies are a mix. You have the government intervention will be there, and your the capitalist side will also be there, looking into the demand and need and producing stuff like that. So when I say movies, it's also like all products which are there in the market, it is for the use of people for today. Okay, more convenient for people today. Now macroeconomic policy, just see this. Their main objectives are typically there should be economic growth, there should be low inflation, then it says high employment, sustainable balance of payments. So for those people who have got 100 out of 100 or 99 out of 100 in economics, you would be knowing all this stuff. But still, there are people who want to learn more. Let us talk about it. Now, while some economists advocate a free market, one without government intervention, in reality, most governments intervene through various macroeconomic policies in an attempt to improve the performance of the economy. True. Every government wants their economy to be strong. Politicians, they all try to, bring their best out of it in the markets itself. Now, the main objectives they have, number one is they want their economy to be growing. There should be low inflation. There should be high employment. Okay. High employment. And there should be balance of payment. Now, let me just explain you what these are, because once we explain, we talk about economic growth, low inflation, high employment, and balance of payment, we are done with this chapter. These are four major things in a macroeconomic structure. Economic growth means that there should be people who would be buying more stuff, producing more stuff. So basically, sellers sell more, buyers buy more. That is economic growth. And they buy from that money which they have earned out of working, rather than taking a loan from someone. Then that's a really good and growing economy. Point number one. Number two, it says that there should be low inflation. The price should be stable. The price should be stable. And third, he says that there should be high employment. So let's just talk about these three things first. Okay. Now just get this straight. If there is economic growth, there will be high employment. Now, when there is high employment, people will tend to buy more things because they are having good purchasing power. Simple. उनके पास purchase power अच्छा बढ़ जाएगा. जब उनका purchase power बढ़ जाएगा, तो automatically inflation will increase. Automatically it will increase. How can you have low inflation? ठीक है. अगर आपको लो इन्फ्लेशन चाहिए तो फिर इकोनॉमिक ग्रोथ भी थोड़ा कम ही होगा. ओके, इन अदर केसेस आल्सो इट कैन बी हाई आल्सो. लो इन्फ्लेशन, इकोनॉमिक ग्रोथ ही लो हो गया, करप्शन हो गया तो इन्फ्लेशन आ जाएगा. So there are so many things which are coming into picture to bring this out. Okay, now let's talk about the fourth one, which is balance of payment. Balance of payment is imports and exports. Suppose country I, okay, there is one country I, which is India, India. Okay, there is imports and there is exports. Now you tell me what is import and what is export. Import means what is India doing in imports? India is buying or selling? India is buying. And what is an export? India is selling. Now you tell me, if suppose India is buying more and selling less, what is the balance of payments? Good or bad? खरीद रहे ज्यादा, बेच रहे कम. खरीद रहे ज्यादा और बेच रहे कम. Not good, right? That is what that balance of payment is called, a deficit. In that same manner, suppose India is selling more and buying less from the market or from other countries, then you are having a surplus of balance of payment. Right now, India and many other countries are in deficit only. Only few गिने चुने countries है जो surplus में है. यूएस भी डेफिसिट में ही है थोड़ा थोड़ा, क्योंकि उन लोग के पास जो प्रॉब्लम चल रही है वो लोग खुद नोट छापते जा रहे हैं. मालूम आपको? डू यू नो दैट? सबसे ज्यादा उधार दुनिया में आज अगर किसी को है तो वो है यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स। डू यू नो दिस? Don't you know about the debt ceiling, US debt ceiling, the famous US debt ceiling? पढ़ाऊंगा कभी आप लोग, इकोनॉमिक का टॉपिक है, यहाँ पे आप लोग को है नहीं, लेकिन सपोज कभी आप लोग बोले कि सर आप बताओ क्या है यूएस की डेट सीलिंग, तो मैं बताऊंगा। सीलिंग बोलते, सी लिंक नहीं है वो, सीलिंग लिमिट, अपर लिमिट, अपर लिमिट जो बढ़ते जाते रहती है हमेशा, अभी भी रिसेंटली बढ़ा है वो लोग। Now, which of the following is not an objective of macroeconomic policy? Answer. Economic growth, inflation, balance of payments is fine, but what does not fit in here is, it is lower levels of taxation. Okay. While the level of activity within a particular industry will depend on specific pest, which is political, economical, social, and technological issues, the overall level of activity in an economy and therefore its growth can be predicted by a reference to several key factors. And what are these factors? Aggregate demand, कैसा मालूम करेंगे हम लोग? We will find it out by looking into the consumer spending, people ready to spend, then investment by firms. Okay, now you talk about investment by firms. Let's just take Hyderabad for instance. Here in Hyderabad, does consumer have the power to spend? Answer is yes. People are spending here in Hyderabad. Do they have investment by firms? It's like people from outside or inside somewhere coming and investing here in Hyderabad. Yes or no? Yes. Then government is spending here in the city. Yes, they are spending. Are there demand for from exports more than imports? Then it is yes. If it is more imports than exports, then it will go towards in the negative manner. So in that same way, what did they do? They talked about the degree of optimism. Optimism मतलब बहुत ज़्यादा positive रहना. A degree of optimism that consumers or businesses will feel that the state of economy and their personal financial state is really good, and they are having high confidence कि जो भी चीज बिक रही है हम लोग को ऐड करेगी वैल्यू, and they are having confidence to spend. अब confidence to spend तभी रहता है जब उनके पास एक proper flow of income भी है, ठीक है? Higher business confidence results in increased level of investments, new factories, ठीक है? That confidence can be reduced if there is high unemployment, high inflation, or natural disasters. Places where natural disasters happen, people don't tend to invest there. Okay. Then capital, capital का मतलब कितना पैसा लगाया गया है उधर, how many investment firms have invested there in that city or that place. Their government policy. Okay, though the government policy, जैसे कि recently 2000 के नोट जो सो बैन कर दिए गए हैं, that they are done, no need. In fact, it is not even in the market. देख के भी कितना ही टाइम हो गया था, अब जाके जब वो बैन हो गए हैं वो नोट, अभी वो मार्केट में और बाहर आ रहे हैं। अभी पहले बाहर ही नहीं आ रहे थे, सब बचा बचा के अंदर रख ले रहे थे, and because they were keeping it inside, see, so many interventions are there by the government. Then exchange rate movements, use of resources, all these factors are there into consideration to find out what the aggregate demand of that particular country, state, or whatever it is. Now, factors that influence the level of business activity. अब जैसे कि देखो 2008 में ग्लोबल रिसेशन हुआ था, अब वो क्यों हुआ था ग्लोबल रिसेशन, उसके ऊपर एक अलग सेशन ले सकते हैं हम लोग। कितने के लोग आज भी जो है सो क्यों हुआ था रिसेशन बोलकर इतने सारे बातें, इतने सारे एनालिसिस करते रहते हैं, उसकी हद नहीं है, ठीक है? 2008 में हुआ था रिसेशन, वही साल जब मैं 10th पढ़ रहा था। ओके, ड्यूरिंग द रिसेशन द यूके गवर्नमेंट टेम्परेली रिड्यूस द वैट। ओके, मतलब टैक्स कम कर दिए वो लोग, और लोगों को थोड़ा लोन्स वोन्स देना शुरू कर, छोटे मोटे लोन्स देना, या फिर उनकी टैक्स लायबिलिटीज को कम करना, ताकि लोगों को कॉन्फिडेंस आए कि हाँ भाई हम लोग यहाँ रहकर काम कर सकते हैं, rather than fleeing out of that place. Every country wants more people to come and stay there. The more people stay there, the more income it is for the government. और बूंद बूंद से ही तो दरिया बनता है. Each one coming there, he will spend out there, he will do all those spendings and stuff. So it is always good to have people like this in their country. Each country wants people. Okay. Where's this? Where's my mouse? Okay. Then interest rate. वो लोग क्या कर रहे थे? Additional investment by business that cost was also designed to boost aggregate demand. They reduced on their borrowing rates and funds so that people can easily borrow funds. Interest rates को कम कर दिए थे to come over that particular recession. Now, can you guys answer this fast? अब जैसे कि इंडिया की करेंसी $1 कितने होते? 80. सपोज 90 हो गए, तो क्या होता? अपनी करेंसी वीक हो गई, फॉर एग्जाम्पल, could provide a boost to the aggregate demand of the country. Think about it. Huh? Neither. See, check. What do you guys say? I'm looking for the answer in the chat section. नीदर आंसर नहीं है, आंसर है सेकंड वाला. क्योंकि जब आपकी करेंसी वीक होती है तो लोग आकर इन्वेस्ट करते हैं उधर. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, जस्ट लुक इनटू इट. जापानीज येन, okay, is valued too less in currency value, but the economy is strong. Yes or no? That's what it is with the weakening currency theory there. Then you see trade cycles. Many economies exhibit fluctuations in economic activity over time with an underlying trend of output growth. Yeah, some economists argue that one role of governments is to smooth out this pattern to avoid boom and bust years. लेकिन वो क्या है, होते ही रहता हो. जैसे कि आप स्टार्ट करते, like starting up with a recession, trough मतलब कि खाना खाने के भी खाना नहीं रहता. Then expansion, peak, and then it goes down further. The trend is something, it goes on like this only in each organization. ये साइकिल तकरीबन 7 साल की रहती, 7 years इज अ साइकिल. अगर सपोज रिसेशन आ रहा है तो फिर अगले 7 साल में फिर आता है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल जस्ट देखो. हाँ, रिसेशन मतलब कि लोगों के पास इनफ जॉब्स रहते नहीं और महंगाई थोड़ी बड़ी हुई रहती. उसको बोलते हैं रिसेशन। अभी चल रही हो, हमेशा चल लेते आ रही। 2008 में एक ग्लोबल रिसेशन आया था, बहुत ज्यादा गंदा रिसेशन था वो। फिर 7 इयर्स के बाद बोले कि फिर आने वाला है, तो आया 2015 में, लेकिन आया गया समझ में नहीं आया। फिर 7 साल के बाद आना था 2021 में। 2021 का जो रिसेशन था, वो रिसेशन खा गया 2020 लॉकडाउन। तो क्या है 2021 का रिसेशन, रिसेशन की वजह से रिसेशन नहीं दिखा, ऐसा दिखा लॉकडाउन की वजह से। 2008 में बहुत बड़ा बबल फूटा था ना। 2008 में क्या हुआ था, रिसेशन कैसा आया था, 2008 में क्या हुआ जाके सबके सामने आया। लेकिन जो 20-30 साल से जो प्रैक्टिस कर रहे थे लोग, मतलब कि इंश्योरेंस और लोन्स, ये दोनों को मिला के फ्रॉड करे। इंश्योरेंस, लोन्स, स्टॉक मार्केट। पहले क्या करते थे, नॉर्मल अगर सपोज आप किसी को लोन दे रहे, तो आप उसी को लोन देते देख के कि भाई जो अपने को वापस रीपे कर सकता है उसको लोन दियो, ठीक है, दिस इज द राइट वे। लेकिन दे स्टार्टेड गिविंग इट लाइक दिस के लोन तो दे दिए, लोन के अगेंस्ट इंश्योरेंस बेचे, लोन के अगेंस्ट इंश्योरेंस बेचे के अगर सपोज ये लोन का रीपेमेंट नहीं हो रहा है, तो इंश्योरेंस जो है सो क्लेम करके इंश्योरेंस के पैसे ले लो, ठीक है। अब यहां तक भी ठीक है। अब जब सेल कर रहे हैं लोन, वो लोग क्या करें, जब हम लोन दे रहे हैं और लोन अगर सपोज वो लोग नहीं पे कर रहे हैं वापस, फिर भी हम लोग को इंश्योरेंस मिल जा रहा है ना, तो क्या करेंगे, जो लोन के हकदार नहीं है, जिसको चाहिए भी नहीं, उसको भी लोन दे दो, ठीक है। वैसा लोन देना शुरू करे, तो इंश्योरेंस क्लेम करते रह गए। कुछ लोग तो क्लेम करना भी जो है सो थोड़ा लैग होते गया। फिर क्या करें, जो कंपनीज, जो बैंक्स और जो इंश्योरेंस कंपनीज है, वो लोग जो ऐसा लोन दे रहे थे, ऐसा इंश्योरेंस क्लेम कर रहे थे, वो लोग स्टॉक मार्केट में भी रजिस्टर्ड थे। तो जब स्टॉक मार्केट में रजिस्टर्ड थे, तो फिर लोग उसका स्टॉक भी खरीद रहे थे। अब जस्ट बिकॉज ऑफ मोर ऑपरेशंस, जैसे कि लोन ज्यादा दे रहे हैं, इंश्योरेंस भी ज्यादा बिक रहा, स्टॉक मार्केट की प्राइस बढ़ते जा रही। लेकिन अंदर से तो पूरा खोखला है ना वो। लोन का रीपेमेंट जब तक नहीं होगा काम नहीं बनेगा। लोन का रीपेमेंट नहीं हो रहा है, इंश्योरेंस को जा रहे हैं, बैंकरप्सी फाइल कर रहे हैं, तो क्या हुआ यहाँ पे, मार्केट पूरी खोखली हो गई, मतलब दिस हॉलो, दिस नथिंग इनसाइड। 2008 में जाके वो बबल फूटा कि भाई ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है, वो स्टॉक प्राइसेस गलत है, ये सब गलत है, ये गलत है, ये गलत है। तो बहुत ज्यादा लोगों को नुकसान हुआ, जानी नुकसान हुआ, माली नुकसान हुआ। एंड देयर आर मेनी मोर थिंग, मेनी मोर फैक्टर्स टू टॉक अबाउट इट। इसलिए बोल रहा हूँ ना, एक अलग सेशन ले सकते हो उस पर। Then we talk about boom and bust. Recession starts when demand begins to fall. Firms respond to the fall in the demand by reducing their output. अब ये देखो, ये अंडरस्टूड है, जो कोई भी बिजनेस चला रहे ना, या फिर दे शुड अंडरस्टैंड दिस दैट देयर विल बी टाइम यू विल बी अर्निंग मोर, एंड देयर विल आल्सो बी टाइम यू विल नॉट बी अर्निंग एनीथिंग। क्या बोलते हैं उसको, सीजनल इफेक्ट। फॉर एग्जांपल, एक जिसके पास जो सिर्फ आम बेचता है, वो इतना आम बेच लेता सीजन में, ताकि ऑफ सीजन भी उसके पास पैसे बचे हुए रहे, तैयारी हो जाती। द सेम थिंग every organization also needs to do when they are doing good, do good, but also be ready for bad times। उसके लिए भी रेडी रहना चाहिए, आपके पास प्लान बी, प्लान सी, प्लान जेड तक रेडी रहना चाहिए टू फाइट दैट टाइप ऑफ केसेस। एंड दैट्स व्हाट इट इज। बूम एंड बस्ट का मेन फैक्टर वही है। बूम में क्या होता, सबके पास पैसे रहते, आगे बढ़ते रहती इकोनॉमी। बस्ट में क्या होता, कुछ भी काम धंधा कुछ नहीं है। Now the Great Depression, I'm not going to talk about it more. क्योंकि वही है कि सब घर रहने के लिए घर नहीं है, खाने को खाना नहीं है। वो सब क्यों हो रहा है? ये सब एक बबल से बस्ट होते रहता है। 2021 में ऐसा डिप्रेशन, 1930s में ऐसा डिप्रेशन आया था। उसके बाद फिर आया रिसेशन, वाज इन 2008। बीच में भी आया, लेकिन इतने बड़े बड़े ऐसा नहीं आते थे। स्टॉक मार्केट क्रैश तो नॉर्मल क्रैश तो होते रहते थे, लेकिन ऐसा बड़ा रिसेशन, डिप्रेशन ऐसा नहीं आया था। ठीक है। So what we'll do right now is we'll make a pause for the session. Key economic issues, stagnation, inflation, all these stuff, we will be doing it tomorrow. And once we are done with it tomorrow, same thing here, monetary policy, fiscal policy. I guess it will take some time. If we go in detail, it is going to take some time. And no problem, even if it is taking time. Okay. So I'll pause this session and we'll start with management accounting shortly. Okay.